First and foremost, thanks for waiting. I know many of you are here for quite a bit, and I appreciate the press for showing up and showing interest in this campaign. I also appreciate the UAW for allowing us to use this space and for all the unions that supported us. I'm grateful for you guys, I really am. Without you, we wouldn't even got this far, and to have this space, this wonderful space to work out of, it's been a blessing. And I want to thank my team that's back there. You are wonderful, hardworking, diligent, smart people, and I'm proud of you. I'm proud to know you, and I'm proud to be around you, and I'm proud of the work you've done, and I'm proud of what you stand for. So where do we stand? There's been a lot of votes counted. There's many more to be counted. I am not going to concede tonight. I'm going to wait till every single vote is counted. There are absentee votes that are outstanding, and I've already been through this before, and we understand the importance of counting every single vote. We saw the margin narrow last time. So we're going to count those votes. But I wanted to address you tonight while I had the opportunity. The same principle should be applied to the presidential election. I know many of you at home are watching the results right now. It's important for every single vote to be counted. We are in a 100-year pandemic. We need to make sure those votes are counted because there are people at home who needed to vote by mail, who were worried because of their physical ailments or condition about going to the polls today. And we need to honor those votes and make sure that every single vote is counted. So we're going to count those votes, and we're going to make sure that not one is discarded. And we've always followed that principle, and it's important to do so. But one thing is clear already, based on the number of votes that have been counted, that this country is divided, and this region is divided. I'm going to say it bluntly. I don't know how one single person, voted for President Trump. I don't know how one person did it. After the 4 years this country has endured, the economic tragedy, the human tragedy, the loss of life, the loss of reputation, the loss of national treasure, I have no idea how anyone is standing with this man. It baffles me. It troubles me. It frightens me. I know some are listening to this and mocking or laughing. It is not funny. The truth is, many Americans stand with a man who represents values that are not American. And I'm worried if we go too far down this road, we will never get back home. I'm worried about what happens next. And I pray those ballots are counted and President Biden or Vice President Biden becomes our president, because I am worried about the future of this country and the future of this region. Now, I've stood for things like health care for every single American. I stood for things like equality, gender equality, sexual identity equality, and also the Black Lives Matter movement. And I can't believe that in this country saying that is even controversial. I can't believe that fighting for Social Security and unions and Medicare, these principles that have sustained so many families in NY27, I can't believe these ideas are controversial. And I'm proud of what I stood for. I'm proud of that the people that are with me stood for kindness and decency and for a better America. Now, are we in the minority? Maybe so. Maybe so. But if you look throughout history, it's often the case that the, quote, good guys are in the minority. It's the well-armed and protected mob that's screaming and chanting is often the majority. If you look through history, and standing up to that crowd is not easy. It can be dangerous, but it's necessary. And it's the principles that our country was built on. So what's next? We're going to count those votes. But me personally, no matter what happens, I'm going to stand up for what I believe in for the rest of my life. And I believe in common decency. I believe that you have a right to health care. I believe you have a right to education. And I believe that our country should be built on the idea of the common good. Common good. I'll say that again. And I ask those who hear my voice to listen to that still small voice within their chest, within their heart, and listen to it and ask themselves, are you really proud of this journey that we're going on as a country? Are you proud of the things you've seen our president say and those who support him say and do? Do you want to live in this space with your children? Do you want this to be our home? I do not, and the last thing I'll say with a bit of hope for everybody out there is I know that even when it's most dire or dark or scary, if you endure and you continue to stand by what you believe in, even if it's difficult, even if you have many, many failures, it's worth it. It's worth it. So be hopeful. If the results eventually, or the results tomorrow, or even as we count more votes tonight, are not what we want, keep pushing for what we believe in. All you can do is stand for what we believe in. And I'm honored to stand before you today and fight for the things I've spoken about. And with that, I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Sir, the Jacobs campaign just announced victory. Can we get your response to that?
Well, he's done that before. He did that before, and we had to count the votes before. He didn't want us to count the votes last time. So I urge you in the press that we remember that these are people that want their votes counted. And there's tens of thousands of votes out there. The margin right now is less than it was in the special election, and we got down to single digits. I would ask that Mr. Jacobs, this has been his strategy to declare early victory, and we will make sure the votes are counted.
Do you have any sense of it being a bigger turnout?
Well, there was a big turnout for the early vote. I don't know the exact numbers off the top of my head. We were just looking at them downstairs, but there's been a lot. We're going to have to count them all. That's all I can say. There's tens of thousands of absentee ballots that are still outstanding, just like there was in the special election. And there's more votes this time than the special election. We know that. Total votes. Any other questions by anybody? Thank you all for coming. Thanks for staying so late. And if you're at home listening, guys, keep your head up. Keep fighting for what you believe in. We're on the right side of history. Maybe it's the long arc of history that we're dealing with. Maybe we have to wait a little longer. But wouldn't you rather be on this side than the other side? Stand for the things that we believe in. I'm happy to be part of the good guys. So hang in there and we'll talk soon. Thanks so much. Take care, everybody.